stagnant for them. They're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back shots, and all of a sudden you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
Now here's Lamb. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Big Red. Soft touch off the glass. Big Red's got his first basket of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Westbrook kicks to LeBron. There's 40. Seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Big Red. Now the pass to Alexander. And stolen by Jordan. Here we go, one-on-one. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Moncrief, he's checked in for James.
17 seconds on the shot clock, 17.
36 seconds left here in the first quarter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Blowing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
So look at the Thunder. They're really the epitome of patience. The build through the draft model.
Oh my God, I just got
consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Oh my God.
And for the Thunder and their success, of course, not just predicated on top picks, but Clark, you've always talked about this, the right kind of top picks.
The fit is so important. They've had great success with their picks. There's no denying that, and it's not easy to make that happen, but they've got a tremendous front office that does their homework, knows what they want in terms of talent and character and fit. And then you've got to give a little nod to luck and fortune here. I mean, not all of it. I mean, some of it, you know, it's not always up high and down hard. That's right.
That's right. You use it, brother.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Here's Big Red, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cavaliers on top, ending the first quarter with a massive 60.
I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Robinson comes in for lights out, and Anthony Morrow subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Big Red. Robinson is out there with lights out. Then it's Moncrief, and it's Webb in at the shooting guard position. Here's Big Red, and that one's on target from the wing. Big Red's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Cavs. And they're trailing by 9. Here's Big Red. He had 10 points in the win against Indiana.
And he was disruptive defensively, too. Yeah, really aggressively trying to make plays. In fact, he had 4 steals during that game.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Feeds Feeds it to Adams. Passes it to Big Red. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson left side. Stolen by Webb. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad, but it's on the good side for us. He doesn't like anybody he is playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys?
He's something else, Doris. Thanks. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. For Oklahoma City, Moncrief comes in for Singler, and Webb subbed in for Big Red.
Webb.
Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Take a look at Red Hot, a great player, second in the league. And of course, Big Red, also someone that shoots at such a high percentage, top 5 in the league.
Well, the offensive efficiency the past month for both these guys is just off the charts. I mean, they are playing with so much confidence.
They get it again. To the middle, the turnaround. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
6 to shoot. Morrow, the pass to Robinson. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
3 seconds on the shot clock. 3.
Just 3 to shoot. And the basket by Webb.
Webb.
Here's Big Red. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Webb against Webb. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Dishes it to Webb. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he makes
Oh my
the first.
gosh, I just got that.
Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. And so Webb nails both of them.
That's
Oh
a
my
familiar
gosh, I just
sight.
got that.
He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
2 minutes remaining.
Moncrief against Moncrief. No good on the 3.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
.141 left in the first half of the game. Morrow kicks to Alexander. And he uses the glass on the layup. Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Moncrief El Cid with it. He has 5. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right, a terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Cleveland moving the ball around. And the basket by Webb.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Webb. Cavaliers with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
You know, their shooting percentage in that game, you look at the box score, it's just off the charts. I watched the tape. It was mostly because their offensive execution was flawless.
Yeah, they did such a really nice job of moving the ball side to side, opened up the court for them. It makes it tough for the defense when you spread out and move the ball the way they did, and they got high-quality shots as a result.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and he gets the bucket. Moncrief's got 5 points so far.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And the basket good. And it's 7 points for Big Red.
And he may be the guy to put this game farther out of reach.
Here's Webb. 2 on the clock. Oh, that one, no question, powered it down.
Tell you what, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with a one-hand punch.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable. And wanted to talk it over.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Got a piece of it. And so we wrap up the first half. Cavaliers lead by 14. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
The second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. We've got Webb, lights out there with Moncrief. And there's Big Red, and it's Robinson in at center. Thunder trailing by 16. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though we grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job. Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. That's good.
He's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Webb against Webb. Wide open look. Green for 2 points. And 11 points for Red Hot.
His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Big Red.
Oh, how about that basketball, fan?
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not